What you're about to hear is not science fiction. This is the future of American air power. And it comes with a price tag that is raising serious alarms inside the Pentagon. The United States Air Force already has the F-47. The Navy is deep in development on the F-XX. And now the US Marine Corps wants its very own sixth-generation stealth fighter. 3 branches, 3 programs, 3 aircraft that each cost hundreds of millions of dollars per jet. The question being asked in Washington right now is simple, but the answer is anything but. Can the United States actually afford to build all 3? Let's start from the beginning. 6th-generation fighters are not just upgrades, they represent a complete leap forward in military aviation. We are talking about aircraft designed to operate in the most dangerous, most contested air environments on Earth, against adversaries like China and Russia, who are developing their own next-generation platforms. These jets are expected to feature advanced stealth capabilities, artificial intelligence-assisted systems, and the ability to command fleets of unmanned drone wingmen. They are built not just to fight, but to control the entire battlefield from the sky. The Air Force moved first. Their next generation air dominance program, known as NGAD, is now formally tied to the F-47. President Trump himself revealed the aircraft's designation earlier this year, confirming that the program is moving forward at full speed. The cost, approximately $300 million per aircraft. That is roughly 3 times the price of a single F-35. And the total program cost, including drones and associated systems, could exceed $100 billion. Then comes the Navy. The F-XX is the Navy's answer to the same threat, a carrier-based 6th-generation fighter designed to replace the aging F/A-18 Super Hornet fleet. But the program has had a difficult road. In the fiscal year 2026 budget, the Navy requested just $74 million for FAXX research and development. Meanwhile, the Air Force received $3.4 billion for its NGAD program in that same cycle. The gap is staggering, and it tells a clear story about where the money is and where it's not. Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Darrell Caudle has repeatedly called the FAXX an absolute must for the future of American carrier aviation. He has publicly pushed for a final program decision to be made, and made quickly, but the down-select decision, and which was expected much earlier, has already been pushed back indefinitely due to budget pressure and internal Pentagon debates. The program is alive, but it is running on low fuel. And now, enter the Marines. The Marine Corps has officially begun early conceptual work on its own 6th-generation fighter. This was outlined in the Marines' 2026 aviation plan, TAFE, with a target entry into service sometime after 2041. Lieutenant General William Swan, the Deputy Commandant for Aviation, laid out the vision clearly. The Marine jet, he said, would closely resemble the Navy's FAXX. The reasoning is straightforward. Marines fly off the same carriers and they fall under the Department of the Navy. Swan's words were measured but direct. He said, "I think right now, if you had to say what is it going to look like, it will look a lot more like what the Navy's doing because we still fly off the carriers." But Swan also made clear the Marines are watching, not rushing. They want a fully upgraded Block 4 F-35 fleet first. That transition alone will take about 10 years. Only after that will a firm decision on a 6th-generation Marine fighter be made. We're probably 5 to 10 years away from ultimately making that decision, Swan said. We'll see what they have and see what the threat looks like. So what does the money picture actually look like? The Trump administration has proposed a $1.5 trillion defense budget for fiscal year 2027. On paper, that sounds enormous. And it would be one of the largest defense budgets in American history, but that number has to cover everything. The B-21 Raider stealth bomber is now moving into full production. The Sentinel intercontinental ballistic missile program is replacing the aging Minuteman III. The Navy is trying to expand shipbuilding capacity at a time when American shipyards are already stretched thin. And on top of all that, the military still has to fund day-to-day readiness training and operations across the globe. 6th-generation fighters, all three of them, are competing for the same limited pool of funds, and someone somewhere will eventually have to make hard choices. The Marines are not starting from scratch, where their program would likely share technology and development work with the Navy's FAXX, but here is the uncomfortable truth. They are building their future around a program that itself does not yet have stable, consistent funding. If the FAXX continues to struggle for budget priority, the Marine Corps' 6th-generation ambitions could be delayed before they even truly begin. And here is something worth thinking about. China is not having this debate. Beijing is pushing its 6th-generation fighter program, the Chengdu JXX, on a single, unified track. No inter-service budget wars, no congressional hearings about affordability, just development moving forward. Russia is doing the same with its next-generation platform, quietly and without the public back and forth that Washington seems unable to avoid. America's greatest advantage has always been technological superiority in the air, but technological superiority costs money. And it costs time. And right now, the United States is trying to maintain that edge on 3 separate tracks simultaneously, while its rivals are running one focused race. The irony is sharp. The country with the largest defense budget on Earth is the one struggling to decide which of its own next-generation fighters actually gets funded. That is not a weapons problem, that is a priorities problem. This analysis was originally reported by Jack Buckby, a British defence researcher and analyst based in New York, and a contributing editor at 1945.com. Buckby covers military capability, procurement and strategic competition, and has published over 1,000 articles across his career in defence journalism. For the full article and for more in-depth defence and national security coverage, head over to 1945.com. New analysis and breaking defence news published daily. And if you are watching this on YouTube, you are already on the right channel. This is 1945, where we cover the weapons, the strategy, and the decisions that shape the world. Make sure you are subscribed, and we will see you in the next one.